welcome. Maybe you should start pouring yourself a glass of red and we can babble together while we cook delicious, nutritious meals made easy for the non-chefs like me, here with the beautiful, lovely, talented Chef Sherri from her home in Colorado. She is going to get us cooking, making delicious meals that even people with pitiful, no skill or talent in the kitchen can't be bothered door dashing away through life. Even I have to say, after our show last week, I finally whipped out the sauces. I was making things because I'm like, listen, if I can put something in the oven, put a sauce on it, and it tastes delicious. I did find myself eating out of the jar like a heathen. No judgment here, but thank you for creating things that can help all of us, whether you're a pro, you're just starting out. This is great for kids. You're sending them off to college. You want them to eat healthy and not be eating out all the time. Great gift to give, perfect for the holidays. I see some friends over on Facebook Live. Please come join us on Market.Live. But everybody say hello to Chef Sherri. She's going to get us going. And she's got her wine going too. I know we have a lot to get to. So how you doing, Sherri?
I am great, Kate. Thank you so much. Yes, I saw on the invite for tonight, it was a food and beverage and everybody raise a glass. So I'm here to toast everybody tonight as we get busy in the kitchen. I believe that cooking should be fun and stress-free and just bring all sorts of warm memories to people. And what better way to kick it off than a sip of wine? So I'm going to have some and then put this down so we can start talking about what we're going to make tonight.
Yes. So cheers to you. Cheers to everybody watching. Go ahead and put your questions in the chat because you've got a real pro here who can answer your questions and help make your mealtime easier, more delicious, healthier, nutritious. George, my director, is saying hi. So why don't you all say hello as well? And we have 6 sauces that we're going to get through. So where are we starting? What are we making? I'm already, my mouth is already watering.
Yeah, so actually, if George wants to pan down and somehow show what's going on in this area of the kitchen here, what I'm going to show everybody tonight is it's my goal that you understand how easy it is to put a healthy and delicious meal together with a variety of flavors based on just having a few ingredients on hand. So I'm just going to talk about what's here if you can't see all of it offhand. I've got baby spinach, I've got Bib lettuce, I've got chicken, tomatoes, and then a whole bunch of different vegetables such as peppers and zucchini and corn and broccoli. And then I've got a couple extra things like some rice and some nuts and some cheese. So if you have that on hand, right, this is minimal ingredients. This would take you like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to pick up at the store. A lot of these can come pre-diced as well. So you can get your pre-sliced peppers, you can get your nuts that are already chopped, you can get your cheese that is shredded. If you want, you can even buy your chicken that's already pre-cooked and all you do is you shred it yourself. For me, what I did is this morning I got up before I started my work day. I put it in the crock pot with just water. It's completely unseasoned because we don't need it to be seasoned. We're going to be doing everything that you need with the sauces. So while we're in this 30 minutes, you're going to watch, we're actually going to put together 6 different meals. So you literally are looking at an entire week of dinners for you right here with all of these ingredients that are going to be completely different flavor profiles because of the sauces. The first ones we're going to start with are pizzas because I want to make sure that you can see by the end of the show just how they're going to look.
Yeah, and thank you for this because in journalism, they always taught us to show and not tell. And you're certainly telling us, but you're really just showing us because I think we think, oh, that's for me. I'm like, oh, my sister-in-law who's a great cook, or oh, people who are interested in this. I don't really have the time, the knowledge. And so you don't have to have a lot of time. You don't have to have a lot of knowledge. And the desire is really, do you want to eat? And do you want to start to save a little money and be a little more healthy? And listen, you don't have to eat something that tastes like cardboard or anything. You're getting so many delicious treats here. And so Chef Sherri now, thanks to her, is going to now show us just how easy this is to do and doing 6 meals in 30 minutes. So where are we starting, sister?
So we are going to make a bourbon barbecue chicken pizza. So I've just put out 2 pizza shells that I have. I am gluten sensitive, so these are gluten-free shells. The first step that we're going to do, well, I'll tell you about the second one. The second one we're going to make is with herb cranberry fig. I'm actually going to put together a chicken salad with this herb cranberry fig sauce. And then we're going to serve part of it on a Bib lettuce wrap like this. and the other part we're going to make into a pizza, because you can do both of it. It's that versatile. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our sauces. This is the bourbon barbecue. For those who haven't seen the labels, who haven't been on the website and don't know, all of my sauces are gluten-free. They are all low sugar. They're all low salt. They're all also either vegan or vegan, and vegan means vegan plus honey. So this bourbon barbecue sauce has 3 grams of sugar and only 20 grams of calories per serving. And you'll see also that most of the ingredients in the sauces are organic and non-GMO. It's very important to me that it's filled with quality, so that you're going to get this very robust, delicious flavor with minimal use of the sauce. You get a lot of use out of every jar. So I've just poured a little sauce onto the shell itself, and I'm just going to swirl it around. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. Just take a little basting brush, swirl it.
And this smoky, or the bourbon barbecue rather, I love this because it is that smoky, oaky, slightly sweet flavor. It's great for bourbon lovers, but if you're not a bourbon lover like myself, it's not going to be too overwhelming, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I worked with friends. I'm going to talk while I do this, but I'm just taking some chicken, putting it into a bowl. I'm going to add a little more sauce just to give it a little moisture so it's not so dry. And then we'll keep going with the pizza. But yes, when I was making this pizza, when I was making this sauce, it was important to me that not only was it something that bourbon lovers would enjoy, but also something that non-bourbon lovers would enjoy. So I got together with friends of mine who love bourbon and got their recommendations on which bourbons they would recommend using that would be a really good quality, but not so much so that it would break the bank for putting it into a sauce. So after I created the sauce, I then sent it back to them and said, hey, if I call this bourbon barbecue, would you agree? Because how often do you buy things that are labeled bourbon whatever and you taste it and you're like, I'm not getting that bourbon hit. And I didn't want that to be what was going to go on with my sauce. And so after I had their blessing, I then took it to people who didn't necessarily like bourbon and said, is this too much? Is this to the point where you wouldn't enjoy this if you were served it? And I was told categorically, absolutely not, because I'm not tasting the bourbon, I'm tasting the smokiness. And that's what you really get in this sauce.
This already looks delicious. I don't even eat chicken. I'm pescatarian, but this looks delicious. This really speaks to, I go out to eat too much, order in too much. When you make it yourself, I feel like then you can infuse it with a little more love, but you know exactly what you're getting. It's automatically healthier. And I just see the freshness here as you're cooking. And the fact that you're making this just with the sauce. And I mean, listen, my niece and nephew are much younger, and they joke that I should be on the Worst Cooks in America TV show and giggle and make fun. Thanks, Ross and Malia. But this is something that they would say, oh, Aunt Kate, even you can make this.
Yeah. So all I did, right? So I put down the chicken, I put scallions, I put spinach, I put cheese. You can do it in various orders as well. So next up, I'm just going to take, since I don't want to turn the water here, I'm just going to take a paper towel and kind of squeeze out my basting brush, because next we're going to go on to the herb cranberry thick sauce.
Which is
sorry, go ahead.
No, look at this pizza. And I took your advice. I put this sauce on a piece of toast, and I went to the store and got some beef cheese and melted it on top. And it was such a delicious treat. I had it with my glass of red the other night, and it was such a little moment I was having with myself. So thank you for the ease, the deliciousness, but also that you can feel healthy while you're enjoying all of these treats.
Right, because you're not being loaded down with chemicals. You're not being loaded down with additives. You're not being loaded down with all these things that you don't necessarily want in your body. So with this herb cranberry thick, for example, only has 4 grams of sugar a serving, only has 20 calories, only has 30 milligrams of sodium. So it's, again, one of those where you taste it and you're thinking, it can't be this easy. It can't be that good. Oh, my hands are slippery now. Excuse me. It can't be that good without much effort, but it really is. And so I love seeing people's faces, the surprise that they get when they realize that something that's fairly healthy for them actually tastes delicious.
And I love that you're using the smaller jar there, because Chef Sherri has both the 4-ounce and 12-ounce bottles available. And if you're like my parents last week and my friend Jimmy, who all fell in love with Chef Sherri, my mom was so cute. She said, your dad is so excited about the sauces. See, it's the little My dad is like me. We love to eat, and my dad's very healthy. And so you can get either size bottles, and go ahead. If you're like them, you can pick up the bundle, try all 6 when you get them home. There's 6 incredible flavors. So this is interesting. I would not think to put the herb cranberry fig on a pizza.
Yeah, so we're going to do an herb cranberry fig chicken salad pizza, essentially. But another one that I love to do with it, which I just didn't want to add into the mix tonight, is doing one with herb cranberry fig sauce as a base, and then some caramelized onions, some prosciutto, and then some freshly sliced mozzarella. Fantastic.
Oh, and I am so hungry because I haven't eaten in hours. Katie is saying, looks delicious. Go ahead, type in your comments for Chef Sherri while she's here. Get some tips. I appreciate that you're already showing me something that I wouldn't necessarily think about. So just to switch it up in the kitchen, I feel like I eat the same thing over and over. You see how from beautiful photos here, how easy it is to add the sauces to all your favorite dishes that you're already eating, and just really kick up the flavor, elevate your dining experience. But we're not adding chemicals, like you said. And if you're not checking the labels, and if you don't know what you're putting into your body, I really hope that this inspires you to start doing that.
Yep, and as you can see, I'll hold this up for you in a minute, but I put the herb cranberry thick sauce on the bottom. I put some spinach, I put some cheese. And now what I'm going to do is I've got my chicken, I've got my herb cranberry thick sauce. I'm just going to take some chopped pecans and I'm going to mix this in as well. And then I'm going to use a bit of, for mayo, I like using avocado mayo because it's so much healthier than the other crappy stuff you'll find. This is avocado mayo from Primal Kitchen. Very much like me, they believe in quality ingredients. That's the most important thing. So I've scoured all the labels. I enjoy theirs, and really you just put in enough so that the chicken gets moist. Between the sauce and the avocado, it's not going to take that much. You're going to get this nice little mixture like this. And if I wanted to, I could put it within the bib lettuce and just serve it that way, but I'm going to make myself a pizza with this instead.
And how do we know when we're using, I guess, too much? I tend to just really load it on there. Do you have any advice for us?
Too much of what? Chicken or mayo or?
Put too much sauce on everything and just drown it. Is there a happy medium for when we're making dishes like this?
Yeah, for me, I err on the side of too little versus too much, because you can always add to it, but you can't subtract. So
okay,
that's where I go. Yep, and
it's
something that
with a gal. So thank you for that tip.
Yeah, and it pains me when people use too much sauce, because then it's a waste. You don't get to use it. You don't get to enjoy it. It's kind of like a haircut, right? You can cut off more, but you can't put it back on if it's already off. So here are our 2 pizzas. So we've got the herb cranberry fig. I'm going to put a couple more pecans right on top. I'm going to do a little just.
These look delicious. So for those who are watching too, the cranberry fig, that might be my favorite. And you're really getting this tangy, herby, it's slightly sweet, but it has a little bit of kick to it. Is that right? So Hammer is saying, Chef Sherri sauces are amazing. I recently roasted broccoli, cauliflower, and zucchini for the first time with your sauces. See, she's getting all of us cooking. Sadly, her mic is out right now, so we're going to try to get her back. George is reaching out to her, my director. That's the thing. Everyone gets fancy with their mics and their and their headphones. But we're gonna get back to our cooking in just a minute. So hope everyone is picking up these sauces. They're so delicious. They get all of us cooking. I think she's now moving on to a dish with the zesty orange ginger, which is great for a glaze. It's great for dipping. It's great for salad dressing. It's super citrusy, sweet. It does have that slight spicy tang at the end. So I love that. That goes great with white meat, which I don't even eat. I use it, like I said, as a salad dressing, great for dipping. Hopefully we're getting your audio back soon. George, please let me know. Her world famous sauce. Oh wait, Cindy is saying, oh, we'll go back. I am so bored with chicken.
Am I back?
To spice it up. Great. We got Chef Sherri back. Listen, this is the magic of live streaming. You keep it real, you keep it going. We're across the country from one another, but connecting here with all of you. And so Cindy is already so happy because she's so bored with chicken, and she's saying that you're already giving her a way to spice it up.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the easiest way, like if you want to play around with this, just grab the sample pack. That's the best way, because then you can decide for yourself which of these flavors is your favorite and go to the big bottles from there. Honestly, most people, like I offer that deal on the 6-packs, because people will try one and then they'll go, okay, wait, I want to try this one, and then I want to try that one, and then they love all 6. So I make it easy for people. I put it all together in that bundle for you, and you can play around and cook at home. On my website, there are recipes for all of these sauces, and there's even more on my social media account, Sherri Sauces, on Instagram and Facebook and a handful of other places, because my goal is to help you have a much easier cooking life. I don't want to just sell you a sauce. I want to show you how to use it so that you in turn eat healthier meals and feel good about not only your ability to do it, but just how easy it is.
Yeah, and thank you for the inspiration, because I'm like Cindy, where I eat the same things. I wouldn't even think to make a pizza with these sauces in the different ways. So thank you. And you are a nutrition coach as well. So you have our nutrition and our health in mind, but also you want us to enjoy life and truly savor it and have things that are delicious, because otherwise our health kick lasts a day. And then for me, at least, I'm like, screw it. I'm having M&Ms for breakfast the next day and throwing my hands in the air. So thank you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I don't know how much you heard me talk about the honey roasted garlic earlier, but this is a customer favorite. It's actually currently our bestseller, and it only has 4 grams of sugar per serving, only 20 calories. I'm sorry, it has 4 grams of sugar, 15 calories per serving, and only 70 milligrams of sodium. But this is the one that customers are often saying to me, Sherri, please make this in a gallon-sized jug, because I use it all the time. I use it on all my chicken. I use it on my salad. I'll never use salad dressing again. This is my absolute favorite. So we are actually just going to put together a salad today, because it's going to utilize a lot of the ingredients that we're going to be using in our future dishes as well. So it truly is just as simple as taking some baby spinach, putting it in as your base. Then I'm going to add in some tomatoes. Going to add in some zucchini. Going to add in some of my peppers, a little broccoli, little carrots, and then simply pour my salad on top after I get my chicken in there.
This looks so yummy.
Right? And it's that easy.
And the honey roasted garlic I love too, because it's super sweet, but it's not just your basic where you're not getting much else to it. It does feel very flavor filled, robust. I love that all of your sauces are made in Colorado, your home state, and I love that you can pair them with so many different foods and do this in so many different ways.
Correct, and that's what it's all about. And the sweetness that you're getting from here is from that delicious honey. And honey has so many benefits for the body anyway. It helps you with allergies. It's just, in the people that I get my honey from, they're very conscious about making sure that they are ethical in how they treat their bees. And honestly, before I made these sauces, I didn't realize what controversy there was in honey. And that's why there's vegans and vegans, because some vegans will not eat honey because of how some bees are treated. And as I did my research, I found that some beekeepers actually clip the wings of the queen bee to keep her from being able to fly away, and keep them in these very cramped quarters. And the company that I get my honey from here in Colorado is extremely ethical in how they treat them. They go back and they use their Scandinavian roots and have carried that over here to the US and how they get it all together. So no worries about my honey. I promise you it's fantastic.
And I swear that companies like yours who use ethically sourced ingredients, you can taste it in every jar, and then you feel it in your body. And it sounds silly to say, but I believe this to be true. Solar is saying, my mouth is watering right now. Solar, do yourself a favor, pick these up, get them home. You won't be sorry. Mary says, OMG, looks amazing. I know you're making me so hungry. I wish we were neighbors because I want to come over after this. Sometime we're going to have to get you to our California and present in person so that we can dine together afterwards, because my mouth is watering as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We will. And get ready, because here comes some stuffed peppers. This is so easy to do too, right? So I've just got my dish. I'm going to take my stuffed pepper. All I did was I cut off the top, cored it out. It's all good. So now I'm going to take a little bit of rice. And again, this is something you can just throw on a stovetop, wait 20 minutes or however long, and you're done, right? Zero effort. And then just put it into a pan and you've got it ready to go for the week. So take some rice. I'm going to put it in the bottom. I'm going to add some baby spinach. As you can tell, I'm a big baby spinach fan because it's packed full of nutrients, but there's so little taste to it that you can put it in practically anything and not have to worry about it. I'm going to add some corn. I'm going to add some avocado. I'm going to add some chicken. And then mush it all down. And next, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the smoky brisket sauce. This is how it looks so far.
Yummy.
Take smoky brisket sauce. My hands are wet again.
And the smoky brisket it's peppery, full-bodied. All your sauces, super low-cal, gluten-free, vegan. How else would you describe this smoky brisket sauce?
You know, all I can say is what vegetarians and vegans have said to me in person, which is that it's literally like having brisket in their mouth. That they can't believe there's no meat in the sauce because of how much it tastes like a brisket. It is full flavored. It is full bodied. It is one of those where it hits all the high points on your palate, and then it ends at the salivary glands, and they just kick in, and you're like, wow, that's amazing. This truly is a sauce where whenever I finish what I've been making with it, I'll go after the rest with my finger on my plate, and I'll just
you're like
so.
baking cookies or making cake. So Grant is saying the smoky brisket is my absolute favorite. He says in all caps, this is one of the best. You've got a huge fan here, the smoky brisket.
Fantastic. So look, all done. How long did that take me to put together? 3 minutes? 3 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
I was distracting you and distracting you. So you'd be really fast if I wasn't here. I know you love
yeah. So it's now in the oven cooking. Let me check on our pizzas here. They're getting close to done. I'm going to give them, I think, 3 more minutes, and then they'll be done. Okay, so we have done so far. We've done a barbecue pizza. We've done herb cranberry fig chicken salad, which we turned into a pizza, but could also be served on little crudités, little sliced pieces of toast. You could serve it in a lettuce wrap. But again, we put that into a pizza. We've made our honey roasted garlic sauce into this amazing, delicious salad. We just did a smoky brisket stuffed pepper. Next up, we're going to actually head to my stovetop here, and we're going to put together some sauteed veggies with our zesty orange ginger sauce. So hopefully this won't be too loud. If it is, I just ask somebody behind the scenes to mute me. But I've already got my pan heated up. I'm going to take a little bit of butter, get that melting. I'm going to add zucchini. I'm going to add some broccoli. I'm going to add peppers. A little corn. Some scallions. And now I'm just going to let it cook. And so while this is cooking, I'm going to move on to our final dish. But let me show you first how this looks.
Chef Tony is saying, I will be adding these sauces to my menu. Love to mix it up. I think that's what's so magical about your sauces too, is that it really helps us reinvent our boring dishes and what we're always doing. And it really adds just some flavor, a kick, really spice, not just the flavor, but spice to our life and making something different for our loved ones. And they're going to think you've been slaving away all day. Meanwhile, you're just adding Chef Sherri sauces. So really wow your family tonight, or wow yourself if you live alone like I do, and really start to just add more flavor, not just to your meals, but really to your life, and have more fun with cooking and with your dining experiences.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's all about fun. Life should be full of flavor in every aspect, from what we eat to what we do to how we just enjoy life in general. This just helps bring it out. So our timer on our pizza is going off. So let me pull it out and see how it looks.
Okay, great. And then we've just got your world-renowned piquant peanut sauce coming up that everyone is savoring and about to enjoy and asking for.
Yeah, first. All right. Here we go.
This time, and look at that. You look like you're at a gourmet restaurant and that you've been slaving away all day. Those are beautiful.
Yeah. So we've got our cranberry fig chicken salad pizza right there, and then we have our bourbon barbecue chicken pizza right there.
Incredible.
All done. Right? We're not even done with the show.
We're not even done. Judy is saying, oh my gosh, looks delicious. So everyone's hungry. If you're hungry, if you're excited, if you want more flavor and spice and zest to your life, go ahead, add these to your cart. Check out. It's simple. You're getting a value with the 6-pack. If you want that, you have the 12-ounce, you have the 4-ounce bottles. You won't regret it. So listen, this is up my game, and I'm pretty talentless in the kitchen. So it's made me actually want to participate in cooking rather than just going out to eat or wasting money on DoorDash and really eating unhealthy, quite frankly. So thank you for bringing more health and flavor to my life. I appreciate you so much.
No, absolutely. It has been my pleasure. And we're actually on to the last dish to assemble, and then we're going to finish this. So the piquant peanut sauce. We're going to do the one that everybody always goes, and that is a peanut chicken lettuce wrap. So I don't know how many of you watching this have made peanut chicken lettuce wraps at home, because if you've done it yourself, you know it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to put together a good sauce, for everything from the slicing and the dicing and the sauteing and measuring and so forth. And you don't have to do that at all now. So literally all you do is you take chicken, you take my piquant peanut sauce. I'm going to bring it over here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to pour it in. Mix it all together.
I just love the texture of your sauces too. They're thick, they're flavorful, but it speaks to the quality too. They're not runny or watery or oily. They have so much substance to them.
Thank you for saying that. And that's something that we had touched on briefly another time about how many sauce makers will actually make a sauce that tastes fantastic, and then they water it down to maximize the profit, so that you have to use a lot of their sauce in order to get the flavor. And that's not what I want with my sauces. I want you to be able to use just a little bit, just enough that you do get a lot of uses out of it. And that's what this is about. So look, this is literally all you have to do. Mix your peanut sauce into the chicken. Grab some butter lettuce, bib lettuce, whatever you want to call it. I'll take off a couple here. Put it on a plate.
That I would be saving by doing this. I mean, you go to a restaurant, you're between what they're charging, depending on where you live. I always live on the coast, so everything's overpriced. And then with the tip and everything else, you're going to save so much money, so many calories. You're changing my life, Chef Sherri.
Exactly. Yeah. So speaking of the calories, this one, piquant peanut sauce has 1 gram of sugar. It has 35 calories, and the calories are up there because it's using peanuts. But that's a healthier fat for you than a lot of other things. So look, this is all you do. You've got your lettuce wrap. It's ready to go now. It's already got those herbs, the creaminess, the zestiness, the crunchiness. But if you want to be a little extra fancy, what we're going to do is we're going to take some shredded carrots, put it on top. Take some chopped peanuts, put it on top. Take some scallions, put it on top. And now look, can you see how beautiful that is? And that took 5 minutes, maybe? Not even 5 minutes?
You're erasing all of my excuses. I think of you now when I go to make one of my, I don't have the time, I'm tired, blah, blah, blah. Girl, I think of you. I got your sauces on I leave them on my countertop in the kitchen. This is excuse-free, healthy, delicious, fuss-free living and eating. Pick these up. Think of us.
It is.
This is life-changing stuff, literally. I mean that to sound dramatic because it is.
Well, I appreciate it because this is how I want it to be. I want it to be an aha moment of, okay, it's not that hard. And that's why I love working with people and showing them just how to do it. And we're going to do our last dish now. So we've got our vegetables that have been sauteed in our skillet, right? They're all ready to go. They're all nice and soft now. So next up, I'm going to take some of our rice. I'm going to pour it in. It's going to be our little base. And lastly, we're going to take our zesty orange ginger sauce. Actually, sorry, chicken first. Put in some chicken. And now, our zesty orange ginger sauce. Now, when I add this to the pan, it is going to bubble up. So just be ready for that because you're putting a liquid into a hot pan. So when you do it at home, just be ready. I actually usually have a cover that I put over the top of my pan. But for today, we'll just pour it here.
Yeah, Muggsy is saying, what a great idea for holiday gift giving. Yeah, you can even divide these up, put them in different stockings. The 6-pack would be perfect. This makes a great gift because it shows that you love someone, you're looking out for their health, you care about them, and that you also want them to like and enjoy life and eating a bit more. So perfect gift, something, again, unique and different. And for me, that's what I like about this. Everyone's getting ideas of how to take their typical dishes and make them interesting and more flavorful.
And look at this. We're done.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I mean, it's all done. And I did that while we're just here talking. And again, the amount of effort that took was how many minutes? 3 minutes of effort, maybe, to a simple things. The rest of the time it was just cooking, where you can go off and do other things that need to be done. You can go take your shower. You can, play with the kids. You can go walk the dogs, whatever you want to do. Come back and you've got this healthy, delicious meal that's ready to go. And I'm going to check on our pepper to see how it's doing. And I don't think it's quite done yet, but we'll at least pull it out.
This reminds me of these, the books, like Cooking for Fifth Graders, Cooking for Dummies. This is our Cooking for Dummies. I'm not trying to insult anyone, mainly talking to myself, but where we really did 6 meals with 6 sauces in 30 minutes. We would have done faster if I wasn't chatting and interrupting, but hey, that's what TV hosts do. That's what live stream hosts do. We chat and interrupt. That's my skill, I guess. This is so, I want to stay here with you forever and come over and eat everything. We are sadly moving on to the next show, but listen, we're going to have you back. Congratulations to everyone who picked up your sauces. Thank you for showing us how to make these 6 delicious meals. Everyone, please follow Chef Sherri's store so that you can be notified of upcoming events. We've got a lot of fun themes and events coming up. So join us here, more tips in cooking, and cheers. I'll cheers you with your sauce.
Cheers.
Thank you for making us healthier and making our lives easier. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks so much, Kate. Have a great day, everyone.